Hey, it's Ducky, and in today's video we are back in the How Much Art Can You Make by the wonderful Chantel Arts. We're doing 3 prompts today, just like usual, so let's get into it. Okay, we're in the second chapter. What's the style? Finding your art style and your comfort levels are everything as an artist. With these prompts you will find simple, open-ended questions that allow you to explore your art style and challenge your own perspective. What's best, stripes or spots? As always, here's one I made earlier. Let's get into it. So, spots or stripes? Well, why not both? I spent a long time trying to think about what I could do for this prompt, but I just kept coming back to one of my favourite cat breeds, Bengals, and how they have spots and stripes, and that was a perfect excuse to practice drawing cats in different poses. So most of you know that I'm living with my partner's family until we buy a house, and his mum has an absolutely adorable Bengal cross ragdoll, which is a great mix. So both the parents of this cat were purebreds. The owner of the Bengal breeding pair was giving the male cat a couple of years off breeding due to some health issues, so they decided to breed the Bengal with his friend's purebred ragdoll for a change, and it created such a fascinating cat in terms of temperament. Bandit has all the energy and zoomies of a Bengal, but will go from racing across the house to lap cat and purring incessantly in approximately 0.25 seconds. She's also, of course, a very beautiful, adorable cat. I'm definitely a cat person. I struggle with dogs. I can't deal with the jumping up and them licking my face with lots of slobber, and the barking hurts my head. I also just wouldn't be able to take a dog for walks, so it would have so much pent up energy, which isn't good for me or the dog. I always find it funny when dog people are like, but cats are assholes. Like, I don't know that. Yeah, cats will do what they want when they want. I think some people forget that cats just require consent, and I think a lot of people don't think consent applies to animals just because they can't talk. A cat will let you know if they want to be held or petted. For this piece I did the line art with my fine liners and then added some blobs of a browny orangey colour for the patches on Bandit's fur, and of course some pink for the little bleps on the page. I don't think the colour I used with fur was quite right, but I didn't really have the more browny tone that I needed, so I just went with the closest. Bengal patterns are so pretty and mesmerising. I'm pretty sure every Bengal has a slightly different coat, which made this pretty easy to just put blobs and lines in approximately the right place to make the Bengal pattern. Okay, so that's that page done, and on to the next one. How many colours? Use as many colours as possible to fill this page. This is the sketch I did earlier, so let's get into it. Whenever I think of something really colourful, seeing kids in decor fashion comes to mind. And I recently created a character in a 3 marker challenge video. I'll link that below if you haven't seen that one yet. In that video, it's obviously a 3 marker challenge, so I could only do 3 colours. And they were the perfect colours for a glitch effect. So I decided to give the character another go, but in full colour this time and a full body instead of just a bust. I love all the details I put on this one. I gave them so many accessories. Annoyingly, I only had neon colours for purple, red, pink and orange. The blue I had works pretty well, but the green definitely isn't anywhere near as bright and saturated as the other colours. When I was doing my original sketches, I knew I wanted to draw my scene decor OC on one side, but I had no idea what to do on the other side. I was majorly blanking. So I asked on Chantel's Discord and someone had the perfect idea to do another character, but this time in dark colours. So I had more colours on the page. Not sure how I didn't think of that being a goth myself, but I went with a gothic emo-y character. This one definitely doesn't have as much detail as the other one, and I'm not quite as happy with it. Originally the Decora one was supposed to have light skin and the emo one was going to have a dark skin tone. However, I quickly realised I would struggle to get any contrast on the emo one, so I decided to switch skin tones, and I'm so happy I did. I think they both have much better contrast and just pop up more this way around. Not to say black people can't be emo or goth, because they look stunning when they do it, but I'm just not that great at getting the contrast right with that just yet. I do have a video upcoming where I will be practicing skin tones though, so I can get better at it. I decided to layer the background I wanted to do on a separate piece of paper instead of on the same piece like I planned. So I did some big neon stars on one side and dark red hearts on the other. I really like the way they lay out on the page once they're done, and I think the white border around the characters is really helpful. Okay, that's that one all done. On to the next one. Why not simple? Fill this entire page with as few details as possible. Here is the one I did earlier. I don't really do simple art, and I think anyone who follows me knows that a lot of my art is fairly detailed, so thinking of something simple was difficult. I just couldn't think of anything I could draw that was simple, and then I tried thinking about what kind of simple art styles are out there, and I really don't enjoy a lot of simpler art styles, as it's often very modern and abstract, and that's just not me. But then I remembered the peak humour when I was a teenager, which was the Stuff movies, and that is a very simple art style. So once I thought of that, I was kind of just stuck on that idea. I decided that I would draw something in the Stuff style, but then I was stuck on what I should draw. I was getting quite frustrated and realised that would be the perfect thing to draw. The fact that I am frustrated trying to think of simple artwork. I don't know about anyone else, but I still have so many vocal stems and echolalia from Stuff, even though I haven't watched it in years. Beep beep, I'm a sheep, and yes babe, I'm a real man. Do you want to go skateboards? On repeat, and they drive my boyfriend insane. I'm sure once I've edited down my footage, this piece will be a pretty quick one. All I really needed to do for this one was a thick black line art, which I used, I think it's an Artex black acrylic marker to do that. I don't really have much to say about this one. I think I'll probably keep this one as a real time with probably some bits cut out, but instead of having it sped up like my other ones, just because of how short this one was. Okay, so that's the final prompt. Let's have a look at what we did today. First, we decided on what was better, spots or stripes, and I chose both. How many colours? We tried to fill this page with as many colours as possible, both light colours and dark colours. And why not simple? We made a very simple Stuff movie inspired page. Okay, that was all 3 prompts. Which was your favourite? I think mine easily has to be how many colours. I love the characters that I created, especially the scene one. That one has my heart. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!